The clock's ticking on the lame duck session in Washington. So far, Congress has not been able to get anything done on the critical issues: a tax compromise, the doctor's fix, jobless benefits. Bring in Congressman Kevin Brady. He's in Washington, and he's a Republican from Texas. First of all, sir, I thought that this lame duck session was about 2 weeks long. That's it. How long is it? How much time have you got?
You would think it would be pretty short and sweet given the election, and ought to be probably pretty lame duck, but it looks like they're going to stretch it out through mid-December, and I think it's because Democrats really are in disarray. They just don't know how to move forward on taxes, on spending for funding the government next year, even how to fix the doctors or the unemployment. So,
okay.
it's just bewildering.
Well, Congressman, last time we spoke, I was asking you about a tax compromise. At that time, Republicans seemed to be digging in their heels, saying all of the Bush tax cuts must be made permanent. That was the Republican position. Overnight, I hear that Congressman Paul Ryan is saying, yeah, let's do a deal. Let's have some made permanent and some extended for a couple of years. Would you go along with that kind of compromise?
Well, I think what Paul was talking about was extending all the tax cuts for several years.
Yeah.
Not trying to do a class warfare issue, but actually moving it into what will be Republican control of Congress. I think that has favor among Republicans. What we won't accept is any decoupling of the rates, any movement to make just one group of tax cuts permanent and the other temporary.
Now that's a very interesting development. That means you are prepared to compromise, extend the lot. No differentiation between the rich and the middle class, permanent or extended. Just extend the lot for a period of years. That sounds like the kind of compromise that might actually work.
Well, I think, our goal continues to be to make tax relief permanent and to reform the tax code so we can be more competitive as a nation. If we can't accomplish that now, let's take those first steps toward that direction.
What do you think is going to happen with the extension of jobless benefits? If you do nothing, they're cut off for a lot of people. Can you see a very limited extension there, 2, 3, 4 months maybe?
I can see that. And obviously, we want a glide path, away from continuing to extend unemployment benefits forever and actually getting people back into the workforce. That's, I think, the Republican goal, and we hope to work with Democrats if they're serious about that same goal, because obviously we can't continue this forever. The economy needs to get back in shape.
I made a point this morning of saying that the rhetoric has really been ratcheted up on the left especially. I want to show you a headline from Steve Pearlstein writing in the Washington Post this morning. It's an editorial. He says the Republicans are telling the unemployed to drop dead. He's getting kind of personal about the right as well. Is this a kind of... how would you characterize this? What would you say?
That's just silly. I think clearly we want to get people back to work. People are getting checks on unemployment. That's not what they want. They want to get earned payroll checks. We just think the way this White House and Congress has gone about in one of the worst recoveries we've seen is the wrong direction. Let's spur the economy. Let's create certainty. Let's create permanent tax relief. Let's get business investment flowing. We certainly believe the unemployed want to get back to work.
Well, Congressman, we sure hope you can get a compromise on taxes, because I think that's the key issue. We don't want everybody's taxes to go up on January the 1st, because you guys couldn't agree. Kevin Brady, Republican, Texas, a frequent guest on this program, and it's a pleasure to have you back again, sir. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Stuart. Appreciate it.